What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for another video in my series, My Intuitive Journey Through Tarot, where I go through all 78 cards of the tarot deck and I go to give you an intuitive look from my own eyes about what I see in the cards. The only purpose of this is just to help you understand how I, as a reader, look at some of the cards that I interpret for you during my readings on this channel, or if you want to tap into your own intuition when looking at cards or looking at other readers as well. Just give you some things that I look at, that I point out when I do these cards. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Please leave comments down in the comment section. I love to interact with you all here. We are on the Chariot card. It's the seventh card, or actually the eighth card of the tarot deck. The Chariot card is part of the major arcana, and we are along the Fool's journey. Ooh, that's a mouthful, y'all. So let me tell y'all, I have really bad sinuses right now. It's to me, they sound like they're starting to drain. I hope I don't pick up a lot of that on this mic. On top of the fact, because I have really bad sinuses and I'm overweight, child, you may hear me wheezing, and I don't want to be wheezing in the mic. But we're going to get through this video. If you notice and you've been here for any portion of this series, you know that I normally work with 5 decks, and I work with 5 decks that I'm very used to using on a regular basis. But when it came to the Chariot card, I felt to pull different cards. So I still have the Chariot from the Gregory Scott Tarot, the Chariot from the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Chariot from the Spellcasters Tarot, the Chariot card from the Trick or Treat Tarot, the Chariot card from the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, and the Chariot card from the Cosmic Cycles Tarot. I'll leave those names of those decks down in the description section so you can know exactly what they are. This is not promotional in any way. I just, so people won't have to keep asking me over and over again, where did that card come from? That's why I do that. So when I'm looking at intuition and trying to use my intuition in these cards, I don't normally read the guidebooks in order to do that. The guidebooks are terms that may have been familiar over time, or that the author who created the deck have added into the definitions to help you understand what they want the meaning of the cards to be. With intuition, I normally look at images on the cards and use those images to help me determine what the message is that's trying to be portrayed. I look at the characters. I look at their supporting characters. I look at what direction they are traveling. I look at the atmosphere around them, what they're actually doing, the colors that are in the pictures, some of those things. Those are just some of the things that I look at. I won't be going completely in detail with everything that I'm seeing in this card because I'm trying not to make this video too long. But I will touch on just a few things on each card to explain what I'm seeing. So I stated in one of my earlier videos how sometimes I see a card and a song comes to my mind. And when I see the Chariot, I always think of the Negro spiritual, swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Now, in this particular song, that was basically a call to God. Like I say, it was a Negro spiritual that was created during slavery. And they were singing that song, asking God to help them get to freedom. It was a song was sung a lot along the Underground Railroad. If you're not familiar with that, Google's out there, baby. Look it up, look it up, look it up. And so when I look at the Chariot, or when a Chariot comes to mind, that's instantly what I'm thinking is that I'm being carried somewhere. At some point, I'm being carried. I also said in the last video, not the last one, but the Hierophant video, how the tarot card carries a lot of biblical symbols and this also to me makes me think of Judgment Day in a sense that they, when you want to be going home to glory, you want to go on to God. Death, it makes me think of that as well. Also, going home, because in my family, and I always thought this was a universal black thing, that we call funerals homegoings. And so when somebody dies, we say they gone on to glory, they gone home to be with God. This is the trip that is being made in the Chariot card. So a lot of times when people think of death in the Chariot card or in the tarot cards, they think of the Ten of Swords, they think of the actual death card, they think of the Tower. I also see the Chariot as death just because I relate that to homegoing in my family. Like I said, a homegoing is a funeral. They're going on to be with God. But like I said, this is also in the original Rider-Waite Tarot, there was a biblical sense about being called home to God, like say during Judgment Day, and you want to make sure that when God comes back, that you are taken with Him, and the mode of travel is the Chariot. I don't read the Bible much, but I know that little something. Okay, anywho, child. So let's just look at them. Let's look at them, because all of these cards don't look like they're going home. Some of them, at least two of them, don't even look like they're going anywhere. And we're going to start first with the Gregory Scott Tarot. So in this particular card, what I see is victory. They have arrived, but whether they have arrived home is something that's unknown, because behind them is the cityscape. So they may be leaving as well. Like I say, if I'm looking at this as in the terms of coming and going, I would assume, and then again, this would be dependent on the other cards that surround it as well, that they are leaving and they are finding a sense of freedom. So like I was saying about the Negro spiritual, when they were singing this song as a way to be freed, this also, I'm seeing freedom here. He looks like, and I'm free, free falling. He just got the wind blowing in his hair. How Rose was on the Titanic on the end of the bow, standing at the end of the bow saying, I'm a bird, she's flying free. And that's how I see this character here in this chariot. He has two lions that are pulling the chariot. One is black, one is white. Sometimes I see that in a racial context, but in this particular one, I just see it as balance. Like he's finally found his balance. Even like with the triangle being on his shirt, I know that triangle means something else in different Wiccan practices and in the room sometimes. It can mean something else. But for me, this is like a perfect balanced pattern to have all three sides, perfect alignment, perfect angles, the similar angles as well. And like you could hold structures on top of that and it's almost guaranteed not to break. So that's another thing that I see here. I looked this up before what the 444 means. That has something to do with Gregory Scott's signature. So yeah, I looked it up before, but sometimes people, when I see this card or if this card is drawn, I also relate that to the numerology of the 444, with, being taking a leap of faith, the safety and security of home. So if we do want to look at this as somebody that's heading home, maybe they just reached the gates of where they live, like, compound and stuff like that. And they're finally saying, honey, I'm home type situation. So, but when I saw victory, initially when I first saw this, think of it as like a completion of justice. And those fours can represent that. Stability, order. There's a lot of things that I see when I look at this particular card. So this is somebody that's going to be rock solid and reliable, Yeah. It's nighttime. here. So a lot of what this person achieves is at night. Or if I'm doing like a career reading, this could be somebody that works at night as well. Or they come home late at night. Maybe a bartender, somebody. A lot of people consider bartenders to be trustworthy, and a sense of home and security when you're at a bar, especially if you lean on the bartender for like help and advice and things of that nature. So there's a lot of things that I can see with this particular card. All right, so Everyday Wish Tarot. In this Chariot card, this person is going somewhere, but not at this very moment. At this very moment, they have come to a crossroads and they don't know which way to go. So they're sitting here trying to make a decision on whether to go left or whether to go right. And you don't really see much of the road ahead of them, so you don't know which option is best for you. You can't tell if one road is rocky or less traveled. You can't tell if there's like green pastures ahead this way. Just like how in this chariot, you always see the black and the white, but usually it's in regards to the animals that are on the card itself. But in this particular time, it's the signage. The signage. Sometimes you can look at the signage just based off definition, dictionary definition. Black can always symbolize something dark or unknown, and the white could reflect something surety, pleasurable, things in that nature. So there's other ways to look at that. So in this particular one, they do have their cat with them, and the cat is just as bundled and protected as they are. Got the helmet on. He's along for the long journey. Cats are curious by nature. They want to find out what's going on as well. So why wouldn't he go with her on this trip? It's just going to be up to her to make a decision which way to go. Which way to go? I was going to say, which way do I go? Which way do I go? I forgot what TV show that was. It's a cartoon. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Anywho, so one of the things that stands out to me too is that she's actually on a motorcycle and not in a physical chariot. But if my memory serves me correctly, any mode of transportation was considered to be a chariot back in the day. So this vehicle itself would indeed be a chariot. Being that it's the color red, I look at that. This decision that she's making is going to be based off of passion or based off of love. Okay, sometimes they could be one and the same, but it's a decision based off of passion or based off of love. And I don't necessarily see anger, because sometimes red could represent anger as well, but I do see fear. Her cheeks are really red and rosy. So I'll get a closer look on that. Her cheeks are really red and rosy. Usually with somebody that's ashamed. That could be sunburn. It could be a lot of different things. Again, the full picture will make more sense once it's surrounded by other cards in the reading. Or if I'm doing just a daily reading, how I am interpreting the individual cards right now is exactly how I would interpret a daily reading. So in this particular chariot card, do you see there is no rider? No one riding along. There is a singular horse. That horse is not even black nor white. And they are pulling along a lotus flower. And the lotus flower could represent a rebirth of something. So they're in search of something new. Or this horse is bringing something new. On a spiritual awakening. A lot of us that dabble in spirituality or crafts in regards to spirituality or tools used in spirituality often relate themselves or the process through something in the universe. And since this horse is traveling outside of the world, they're outside of their element. This one, I could see an intuitive person, somebody that's coming into their own knowledge, or that's coming into knowledge of self. They are having a rebirth or an awakening within themselves. It may be a spiritual awakening, but it's something new, something in the mind, in the body, in the soul, that they are starting new. They're venturing on new. They're finding out new information, and everything that they're going to find out is outside of this world. It's going to be amazing discoveries, many things to explore, many things to learn, many things to share. And normally you would see like a star guiding them. And in this particular case, the stars are chasing them. The stars are pushing them along. So you're no longer chasing your dreams. Your dreams are finding you. Okay? And whoever that you is, when he gets to his destination, it's unknown at this particular time. You don't know what, of all the things that you will learn, all the things that you will find out, all the things you explore, all the places that you will see, all the people you may meet. You never know exactly how those things, people, places, seasons in life are going to shape you. So you don't know what you really look like inside of this chariot. You won't know until you make it to your destination's end. Okay, this deck here, I just absolutely love. The Trick or Treat Tarot. Again, we have our black and our white supporting characters here. And I can't think of what this is. The Cat in the Hat from Dr. Seuss. He looks very confused. Very confused. He's been dragged along like he doesn't want to be there. Like he's been abused, he's been beat up, he's tired. He just want to end his night. And these two youngins are dragging him along for the night. There's the word hunt written on the fence in the background here. And I feel like they are hunting for the truth. They're trying to discover something. And the cat is no longer curious. He no longer has a curiosity about himself. But they want to see what will happen. They may need a guardian. They may need a spirit guide. And it may be that they are just latching on to whoever's around. Sometimes you just need grown-up supervision, even though the grown-up may not be mature enough to handle it. Sometimes you just need to have that supervision around just so you can get something done. And by it being nighttime and the season that they're in, they just need to have some type of an appearance of an adult or somebody, appearance of somebody that's an authority figure around them so they can have some fun without caring the world. So yeah, they're dragging that person along who really doesn't want to be there. Okay. This particular one here from the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. Try to get it where it's not showing my ring light. You don't see a chariot at all in this card. You don't see the basic colors of the black and white that kind of makes the balance seem that it's standing out. You have these two weird Gryffindor, Gargoyle type creatures. I don't know what the heck those are. And someone who appears to be Elvira is like what I like to call her. Dressed in not really a mummified look, but it looks mummified, you know. So what I'm seeing in this one, because the room is built in stone, this person here is blocking you. They're blocking you from leaving out of this window. If you look very closely behind them, there's a riverbed there. There's mountain ranges. There's a winding road right here just behind her. And she is stopping you from going where you need to go. And when you think of the chariot in the terms of trying to go home, trying to find freedom, trying to get to a destination, coming from somewhere, choosing a path, sometimes in life, you have to face your fears in order for you to move forward. There's no way around them. You're going to have to go through them, knock them down, get them out of your way in order for you to get to where you want to be in life. And that's what this Chariot card shows to me. There's so much more here, but that is like the main core message. The world around you could be falling apart. Even underneath the ground on which you stand on, you're not even sure how stable that's going to remain. And there's something keeping you here, because there's always something good, on the other side of fear. Something that keeps you locked in place where you say, you know what, maybe I don't need to do it. Why put myself through all that? But that is the message. Sometimes you're going to have to face your fears just so you can go through them, just so you can get to whatever is the destination behind you. You never know if it's for you until you get there. Alrighty. And in this last particular Chariot card, he is trying to get there. He's driving somewhere, and very excitedly so. Even his facial expression to me looks like he's in a rush to get there. Now, he's buckled up for safety, though, because he's finna be moving fast. That's what it looks like. He's trying to throw this puppy in gear. You don't know if he's going off a cliffside. You don't know if he's going down a road. You don't know if he's came to a crossroads like in this one and he has to choose a path. This puppy here, though, don't look so sure. This puppy look like it's ready to cry. While this dog, the older, mature one, is looking like, okay, let's go. I'm by your side. Wherever you go, I go. But you see you see his tongue is hanging out of his mouth? He is thirsting for something. Have you ever took a walk with a dog and then like 10, 15 minutes into the walk, they're panting real hard and their tongue is hanging out of their mouth? That dog is thirsty, child. That dog is tired and thirsty. And you may be thinking we only got 40 more minutes to go or 20 more minutes to go, or whatever it is left to go. That dog needs to stop and get something to drink right then and there because he's about to overheat. I'm telling you. Even though this dog doesn't look like it's like suffering because he may be in the air, that dog is thirsting for something. He's thirsting for the journey. He's thirsting for the adventure. While this one seems a little bit timid and afraid. This one looks like an older dog. This one looks like a puppy. Okay? And so I love the fact that this person has both of these animals, the older, mature self and the puppy self. Like he doesn't want to, his childhood self will always be carried along the journey with his older self. This is where the black and white is represented right there in his hair. His mentality is on a balanced state of being. He's able to reason and make decisions with clarity and thought. Have good pros and cons to wherever he's at. Right now he's in neutral. That's park, that's neutral, and that's drive. Right now he's in neutral. He's coasting along if he was already in drive mode, or he's idling where he's at. But the expression on his face, the show of the teeth lets me know that he is in full movement. And I believe he must be in neutral and not idling, because even looking at the speedometers, they are not set at 0. He has some speed there. So he may just be coasting along, maybe going down a hill. Throw that sucker in neutral if you're going down a hill. And then maybe why this puppy looks like he's terrified because it's going down the hill faster than he thought it was be. And I love that the sun is beaming onto his face as well, casting a shadow behind him. And with their shadow cast, it's like we're leaving all the darkness behind. Your shadow side, your dark side will always be with you. Your shadow never goes anywhere. It's usually always there. Even when you can't see it, your shadow is there. All right, y'all. So that is just some of the things that I look at when I see on these cards. And this is the Chariot. I want to thank you again for coming back to this series and taking this journey with me, riding on this Chariot, swinging low on the Chariot. You know how I go. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that stuff that other YouTubers tell you to do. And see you in the next video. We have the Strength card coming up, y'all. See you. Peace.